All right, here we go, everyone. So let me get a couple of things set here real quick. All right. So I'm actually standing in Grigori right now, and let's do some runs. Running out of season here. Want to make sure you all have gear. So if you want to get in on these, now is the time. There we go. Oh, damn, Tessa. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep you alive. Yeah, we're going to do our best. Listen, so you really need to pay attention now because you're only at level 50, man. That's going to be rough. We may not be able to keep you in the group because you need to hug this wall big time and stay out of that red squares on the ground. And then, good to see you, Tessa. Good to see you. And then try to stay out of harm's way as much as you can. This might be real rough. Again, we still have room, so let's see how we do here. You're gonna want to stay out of that red stuff, Tessa. I'm gonna tell you now. It's gonna kill you. Let's see. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Perfect. You're not gonna get a whole lot of XP, but you'll probably get some pretty good gear, maybe. You're level 50, as long as you're world tier 4, I don't think it matters. You just won't be able to use the gear until a certain level. All right, let's go one more time. We still have 2 open spots for sure. Watch out for the red. Here we go. A little hair longer. Alright.
My bag's up.
Well, I gotta go to town. Be right back. Awesome, Tessa. So far, you've done perfect. You've stayed alive, so that's what I was worried about when I saw your level 50. I was like, oh, we're gonna hurt. But you're doing good. Maddie, damn it. Because I was watching chat, I did that. So here's how it works, guys. And a lot of you already know this, I know. And maybe you already have, but that's me. Let me post it over here. You need to request friend, okay? Then I approve. Then when an opening comes up, post it here. When an opening pops up, I call it out. Like right now, I'm calling out that we have 2. Whoops, we gotta go back. That we have 2 spots. And so then you just request to join and I just approve and you come right in. That way it's real easy in case we're in the middle of a fight or whatever. It's real easy for me to just click and approve you into the group. Okay. Let me make sure I got everybody approved. I do. Okay. Hang with me. Sorry, Tessa. I got a lot of stuff going on my stream and everywhere here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Watch out for the red gunk. But you've been doing good, fine, Tessa. You've been doing really good. So being at level 50, you're doing great. Grigori has been dropping it. Oh, cool. He's been dropping a lot of mythics. A lot. We're going to do some Grigori. We're going to do some Varshan. Basically, we're just building back up my Durell mats. Go.
Ah, a warrior. That got most of it.
And those of you that don't watch me, yeah, I break everything unless it's a mythic with a GA on it. Because all of my alts and everything are already set. I don't need anything. I'm doing this to help you guys. Season's almost over, and so the season's much more enjoyable when you have the proper gear and you can help other people like I am. It just makes it so much more fun. You can run them through stuff like this and you can carry them. I suggest that if you're new at trying to carry people through, start at Lord Zir. I think he's the easiest. Grigori here is not too bad either. All right. Tessa will be in shortly. Let's go ahead and start it.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you guys are getting stuff. I hope. Do we have a barrage rogue? That's what my rogue is this season. I love it. He's a good rogue. I like him a lot. Okay, I gotta go gas in. Looks like that's what you're playing, Foul Sinner, or I don't know. Kara. Is it Kara? Is that what you're playing? I like it.
Plenty worth keeping.
Heartseeker. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I got you. I got everybody approved here. We still have one spot open, guys. Just so you know, there is still one spot open. And you should have, or you should, request friend with Made Biker pound 1605. And then once I accept that, which is right away, then you just say request to join group and I approve it. It works much smoother that way because that way, if we're in the middle of a fight or something, all I gotta do is reach up in the corner here and click you. You're in the group. You know, I like Barrage a lot. It's a blast, but I really, honestly, I think it was season 2. My Twisted Blade Rogue was actually my favorite rogue that I ever made. I mean, he was just, I loved playing him, but that's because I involved more melee or in your face like a tank or, you know, which is why I like this build of the Druid because he's kind of like my barbarian. I can kind of get right up in your face and pretty much take your damage and dish it out as well. Range play is something that I have a hard time enjoying, although I do like my Barrage Rogue, ain't gonna lie. I like my Lightning Spear Sorcerer, although it's super powerful and really good. And I love running TH with him. He's ranged and I don't like playing range, and I will often go in and take damage that I shouldn't take. I mean, I still survive it. I run them very efficiently, but I just know that I'm not, it's not one of my best classes that I play. Like my barbarians are my favorite always, but they do get tiresome as well, so it's good to change. Oh, we got. There we go. So all you gotta do now is just request to join, and you'll join the party here, and you can be in the group. All right, we got everybody here. Let's go. Just say request to join party, and you'll request to join my party, and yeah, I'll get you approved right away. You come right in. Now you just friended me, so now you should be able to just click on me. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Okay, we got an amulet right there that just dropped. We'll go back to town. I'm full. All right, so mythics are dropping at Grigori, and he's usually been pretty hot. I've seen a lot of doubles here. I've seen rapid fire. I did a rapid fire rogue last season. He started off as a heart seeker, and I just didn't like it, so I switched him to a rapid fire rogue and loved it. He was fun. I think most rogue builds are fun, though. I think most barbarian builds are fun. I think some necro builds are a pain in your butt for a while. I think the same is true with a sorcerer sometimes, although not this season, but the whole goal here is to get you guys mythics. That's what we're trying to do, and hopefully it's working. I've already gotten one, so I'm assuming you guys are as well. If not, you will. There's another one. There's two in a row, so there's a helm piece. All right, now you'll see I break them all, which is sad because I really wish we could exchange them or trade them with party members or put them in like a clan stash that clan members can pull from. I don't know. I just think there's so many things Blizzard could do with that, and they don't, of course. Okay, so we got Andariel's Visage, and we got the amulet, so we're breaking them all. Yeah, all of my alts are totally geared. Everything is geared. I don't need anything, which is why I think it's sad that you can't trade. Now, if it's a mythic with a GA, then I stop and look at it, and I might save it. I got a whole nother class gear in my stash right now to build a necro, but I decided not to because I already have one of everything but a necro. Next season I'll be playing for sure, and I advise everybody that has access to it should be playing the Spiritborn. Learn it because it's got 4 different characters within the class that you can play. One is the centipede, one is the eagle, one is the gorilla, and the other is the jaguar. So although I did not like the fact that it was a nature class again, I think Blizzard at least was smart and gave you 4 choices because each one plays differently. Like a jaguar plays very similar to melee, very melee. The centipede is more, well, it has a little bit of both, ranged and melee. Party members, make sure you don't leave stuff on the floor. You got to take it. You got to take it. You got to take it to town. I don't want to clutter up the whole floor here. I know it sucks, but if I have to do it, you have to do it. Also, NVIDIA. Awesome. All right. And I know it sucks to have to go back in town every time. I mean, trust me. A lot of people have been asking for them to fix that, but they haven't. Thank you. I appreciate you picking it up. I know it sucks. I know it does. I ain't gonna lie. This right here. So whose gear is this over here? All right, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I did pre-order too. I don't even think they need to put a vendor in the room, Maddie. What they really need to do is the simplest of all. In Infernal Hordes right now, there is a stash box right there inside the boss chambers. They should do that in every single boss chamber. Should have a stash box. They've already done it, so it's easy for them to incorporate. It's so we're not asking for a lot. It's what we've been asking for from the beginning, and then they kind of teased us with it now by putting it in the Infernal Hordes, which I thought was kind of a low blow. But yeah, if they just did that, it would fix this problem. And not only that, but you would have access to your mats. So you can just stay inside this boss chamber for hours and just farm the hell out of it. Or maybe that's exactly why they don't want to do it. I don't know. You know, Last Epoch gave you the little, what do you call it? The little anvil in your bag that you could break. It allowed you to break all your items on the fly. Yeah, Red Dragon, this is just, you know, that's exactly most of the reason why I am doing this, to help people this late in the season. Because the game becomes much more enjoyable if they have all their items. Man, we've leveled up a lot of people, and I've seen them going out there and helping other people level up. It's awesome. It's kind of made a little community that is last minute helping everybody get the maximum enjoyment out of it before season 6 starts. Season 6 is going to be a whole new monster. And those people that have not played the PTR 6 or did not watch the PTR 6 or haven't watched about the PTR 6 or season 6, yeah, it's going to be kind of a big awakening, but Tyrell's Might, awesome. There you go. That's what I like seeing. Let's go to town. You want to go to town? Let's go to town. Good deal. Guess I got Tyrell's Might. So now look. Hey Biker, when you playing World of Warships again, I would love to join in on sinking some ships. Sleeps, you know, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of my favorite games is World of Warships and World of Tanks. The problem, bro, is honestly, Wargaming Net has reached out to me several times and asked me why I left. And honestly, the same answer I gave them is the environment is so toxic. It's so toxic, man. I mean, I had my own fleet, you know, of clan, guild, whatever you want to call it there, and some of my members of my group got harassed and treated pretty poorly, and I played it for years. I knew it was always there. It never affected me, so I guess honestly, I hate to be mean, but I never cared. Then it started affecting members of my group, and I started saying, you know what, time to leave, time to walk away. That's what I did. I don't know what happened to you, Mook. That was weird. Yep, let's go back to town. I got a Rogan Druid to 100 that can solo anything from now on because awesome people helping. Yeah, I mean, that's really what it is. It's just, you know, it's this. I've noticed Diablo 4 has a really good community. It really does. You know, when will I go back to World of Warships? The same answer I told Wargaming.net is they got to start dealing with some of the toxic, because I know just because I was a guild leader that a lot of my members were reporting people and nothing really. I mean, they got a red mark, big deal. I don't know. So I left the game. I did. And Wargaming reached out to me and continues just as much as like maybe 3 weeks ago, asking me, have I noticed any changes? And I'm like, no, because I haven't come back and played it. You know, I told you I'm leaving and I'm leaving. So yeah, I don't know when I would play that game again, to be honest with you. There is did really enjoy the game. I had my entire American fleet, submarines included, everything, man. I mean, we were decked. But, and making some of those videos was a lot of fun. But when people are telling members of your group that I'm going to come to your house and kill you and stuff like that over a ranked match, it's like, okay, I'm done. And these weren't like kids. These were adults. These were men. These were people that take gaming way too serious and think it means more than what it means. The same community, that exact same community, because I used to stream this game a lot too, can also be found in Madden NFL. I'm not saying oh, there you go, grandfather Tessa got. Good job. I'm not saying everybody that plays these games are like this at all. I'm not. I'm just saying that some of them are more toxic than others. I have not ran a single pit at all, NS. There is no reason to run a pit this season, unless you want to be able to say that the highest level you ran. But yeah, I've got 4 characters and not a single one has visited the pit once. I mean, it's all in Infernal Hordes. How's it going? How's it going, bud? Everything is great, Ken. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, ready, guys? Oh no, we're missing something. Here we go. So I see some good drops. I've gotten several drops. I broke them all already, but I see, like, I've seen Tyro's Might drop here for somebody. I've seen some good stuff. I'm telling you, Gregori's been a pretty good hotspot. Yeah, I mean, that's what I do, is I just run the hordes. And I run, oh man, I run a lot of hordes because you guys know how I farm. The only thing I farm for is gold. That's it. I only farm for gold. And by doing that, I get billions. I mean, like, look. 38, I went down to 139 billion gold. Because again, I buy all my mats, but that's how I get my gold, is I just run Infernal Hordes, T8s, over and over and over and over for hours, and just cash in all the ethers for gold, then go on trade chat and buy my mats. And I don't have to spend any time. It's so much more efficient, I'm telling you. If you go farm each and every single one of these mats that you need for some of this stuff, you're gonna be doing it for a long time, because I've done it for seasons over seasons. So trust me, if you can get gold, game gold, and you can get billions of it easily, you should do it, and you should buy your mats, because they're all available. And if you have billions of gold, you don't care. You're welcome, Tesla, for sure. No mythical yet for... Got you. Oh, somebody just left the spot. Okay. We have room for one, everybody. We have room for one. Tessa got what she needed, which is awesome. I saw you got some good drops, Tessa. And for a level 50, that's awesome. I mean, trust me, that's awesome. And you did great. You weren't dying. You held your ground real well. Good job. All right, so we do have a spot open right now if you want to request to join. I have everybody approved over here. Turnpike, we have a spot open right now if you want. It's all up to you, bro. I mean, like I said, we have a spot open. People can come in. Marco Polo, have you requested a friend to Made Biker? Just feel and bounce when you get it. Gotcha. If you do a request to Made Biker pound 1605, there you go. Somebody just got it. There we go. We're full. And then what happens is after you do that request, I will announce when an opening comes, and then you just do a request to join party. It makes it super simple on my part. All I got to do is hit one button and say approved, and you're in the party. Even if we're in the middle of a boss fight, it's not going to hurt us. All right, here we go, guys. We have a full group right now, though, but I will call it out if and there's our people in the group right now that are running that already have stuff. They're just having fun. So if they see that other people are, want to get in, they're good about stepping out. Trust me. And I always encourage them that they don't have to. So I'm like, hey, you're in the group. You don't have to leave at all, but they're good people. All right.
I cannot carry anymore.
Okay, gotta go cash that in. Mook got the Starless. That's awesome. Oscar, as long as you're a world tier 4, you can get into this party. I mean, we just had a person that was a level 50 and they didn't die once. They did great. They knew how to prevent themselves from dying and let us do the fight. And they grabbed some. I know they had the Tyrell's Might, and I think the grandfather dropped for them. Now, of course, they can't use it yet, but still, absolutely. It's made biker pound 1605. You request a friend from me. I approve it. Then as soon as an opening comes, I call it out. And I tell you, and you do request to join party. And yeah, if it was if I was running people through T7s or something like that, I would say, oh no, you can't join, because yeah, then trying to keep a level 50 person alive is nearly impossible, because they just jump right on your face as soon as you start. 58, as long as you're a world tier 4, Oscar, is really what matters. I mean, okay, so there's the ring. Okay, I've already got it on all my characters, and I've got it in my stash, and I broke it a bazillion times. We're breaking it again. Wish we could trade them, but we can't. I really wish they would let you at the very least put them in, trade them with the party members that you fought with to drop the boss, like they do in World of Warcraft, or let you put them in your clan stash and clan members can grab them, which to me would make the clan at least somewhat make sense. I'm just saying. So far, Gregori's been dropping a lot, and he always does. He really does. He's been super hot lately. What's up, Kratos? Oh, that's right. You're right. Today is my affiliate anniversary. So 3 years ago, I started streaming on Twitch, or I guess it's really more like 3 years ago I became affiliate on Twitch, because I've been actually streaming for 4 years. And remember, when I first started, guys, I only streamed at Facebook. Now I stream at all of them. But Kratos, thank you, appreciate that. I forgot all about that. You're right. Today, 3 years ago, we became affiliate on Twitch. You're absolutely right. And the funniest part about it, I remember during those early streams when I was still only on Facebook, I mean, doing mainly Facebook, we just started doing Twitch, and I was saying for almost the first year, I didn't want to sign the agreement because they were limiting on where I could stream at. So I didn't sign the agreement for almost a year, not quite, because soon after that, they changed it. Okay, let's go town. We just got another drop. That's another one. Made Biker 1605. Made Biker pound 1605. I'm sorry, I can't keep my eyes on all my chat screens either. I do my best. Okay, another. See, if this was a GA, I would keep it only because I do have alts. Basically, I break everything. Okay, so when an opening pops up, I call it out. Gives you the chance to join right away, and basically you just do a request to join. These runs have been very fruitful. We have geared up so many people. I mean, my clan members are geared, and if they're not geared, we're getting them geared. And we've been doing this for a few weeks. Maybe this is the third week. And we do this every season, actually, but we always wait until pretty late in the season before we really get into runs, because I'm not gonna lie, it's time. There's another piece. Look at that. Gregori's dropping like crazy. There's a Tyrell's Might. It's time consuming for me, and it's kind of boring for me, but let me restate that I love running other people through it. It's very cool that I'm gearing stuff up and I'm seeing them help others, but I've done it so many times. I mean, really, for season after season after season. I'm really ready for season 6. I did not like the PTR, but I don't care. It's something different, so I'm happy for it. Yes, that's what this is all about, is to help you guys, honestly. There's so many people that tell me that. And the thing is that's part of the reason for the clan, to be honest with you, because it's a group of people in that clan that, holy cow. And not only that clan, outside of the clan too, don't get me wrong, that I have geared up, and they are helping so many other people. So it kind of like extends my circle, you know what I mean? And which is what the whole thing was about when I started this seasons and seasons ago, was I help gear you up. We use my mats. You pay it forward and use your mats and help others gear up. You know, and it's worked out. It's worked out so well. I'm a lot of times when I'm online, when I'm not streaming, I'm online as offline, because I'm doing specific things. I'm running T7s, T8s. I'm farming gold there. I'm then going on and buying all my mats. I'm no mythic yet for Kara. All right, Kara, hang tight. We're gonna get it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. If not here, we're gonna go, because we got enough runs here. Then we're gonna go and run a whole bunch of our Sean. We're gonna get you stuff. We're gonna get you stuff. I've only had one person in all these weeks of doing these runs that came out with nothing. That was Lucid. And I gave him some stones so he could keep trying after I had to go. And like 2 days later, he contacted me and said, I got everything I needed except for one mythic piece. He was still short, and then within days of that, he got that. So I was happy. He said, thank you for the stones. It helped me a lot. I was like, okay, at least we did. We did accomplish it. In the end, he still got what he needed. Yeah, hey, yeah, awesome. I'm glad you said, he said, took your advice, leveled all my glyphs to 21. Makes a difference. Absolutely, man. People don't understand. People don't understand that, you know, it is part of the grind, because it sucks. Leveling those to 21 sucks, but you've got to get your glyphs to 21. Makes such a big difference in all aspects of your character. I had some people tell me they didn't even know they could go past 15. I'm like, oh yeah, you take those to 21. They'll top out at 21 and they'll be awesome. And you'll be able to check them, the 15 stats on that glyph and then the 21 stats on that glyph. But most of all, you'll feel it when you're playing. All right, here we go. We got enough for 4 more runs here, and then we're going to hit Varshan for a lot. I don't want to move around with these bosses and try to keep seeing where they're hot.
I must wait
keep in mind, everybody, that if this is the first time you've ever ran a Torment boss, you should have gotten a spark. Make sure you got that spark. Go to the alchemist and check. You know, do I have one or do you have 0? You want to make sure that you got that one spark for dropping your first torment boss. Now, if you've already dropped torment bosses on your other alts, you won't get it. There we go. Never Primal, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Will it be the same in season 6? No, season 6, pretty big changes. Huge changes. Huge. I mean, even the leveling process is going to be different. And because the strongholds, the rewards given by the strongholds now are so much more meaningful. In fact, you'll probably be using those to get you up to that level 60. A lot of Paragon changes. Oh, Never Primal, I don't know what language that is, but I appreciate it. I think you're thanking me for my affiliate anniversary, which is awesome on Twitch. Thank you, appreciate it.
That cannot be salvaged.
Forge awaits your return.
Okay. Yeah, season 6 is going to be a lot different. There are a lot of changes. There's going to be ruins that you're going to be able to I want for the lack of better terminology, I'm going to use the name ruins as, oh, did I leave it on the floor? Shit, I got it. As you can kind of like enchant's not the right word, but you can enhance your abilities by adding abilities of other classes, kind of, I guess I want to say, maybe is the best way to say it. Now, during the PTR, they were very minute differences, almost not even worthy of doing, but they'll be fixing that. I will do Spiritborn. I think I'm going to start with the Centipede. I'm really interested in the Centipede. I actually was disappointed in the Spiritborn class. I didn't think we needed another nature class, but I thought that Blizzard did it wisely and gave you 4 choices with that Spiritborn, which is very wise. I thought, okay, at least you made it where I can find something within that I like. What is my BNet? Here, let me do this. Guys. Hang on, team. I need to just tie that to a freaking hotkey, really. There you go. Awesome, Maxim. I'm glad you appreciate it. Yeah, I love watching the people that I've helped get geared up and everything. They come out and support so many other people. It's great. Okay, guys, so here's the deal. We're going to do, this is the last run here, last run at Grigori. Then from here, we're going to grab our gear, and then we're going to head over to Varshan, okay? Furman, thank you for the follow. Maxim, thank you for the follow. All right, so that's the plan. Here we go. I know that a lot of people have been getting some good gear over the last couple weeks. We've helped a lot, and like I said, I'm online and people don't know I'm even playing the game because I'm doing certain things that I need to do for these runs, and I see people that I've geared up and stuff helping others, but they don't even know I'm online, and it's awesome. I love it. All right, take care, Maxim. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know Kenneth has done a lot. I know all of you guys have done so many for the community. Every single person I've leveled up, honestly, it makes it worthwhile for me. And, you know, because honestly, I'm bored with the game. This is 5 seasons of this. I've done these bosses and this is the only part that I enjoy every season. I love the end because we do this with groups for the last month, usually about the last 3 to 4 weeks. And usually that's just because during most of the season, I'm creating so many different characters like this season. And then also keep in mind, boom, you're in, bro. Also keep in mind that, oh, what am I doing? I came back here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not thinking. My bad. Keep in mind that when I'm online, I'm usually trying to get the mats that I need or whatever it takes to get these runs accomplished. And so it takes a lot more time than you would guess. But during the season, I'm usually leveling up my character, my alts. Every time you see that branch in the background, you can't click on this stupid thing. On my system only. All right. Sorry, team. I got sidetracked with chat screens. It happens a lot. I'm streaming in a lot of different places. All right, here we go. Pound, just pound on her, pound on her, pound on her. Don't understand when you say scaled up, but you see that's a very, very, very fast fight when you're solo. That fight is super fast. But and so don't be intimidated when you see that, because the hit points on every boss scales up. They don't do more damage per se, they just have more hit points. Okay, if you solo this boss, I mean, you guys have seen my videos, it's 1 2 3. So don't undersell yourself and think you can't do it. You can. And even if you carry other people through it, honestly, it just takes a little bit longer because their hit points are just more. So you can do it. You can't sell yourself short. You just got to go try it. Now, the biggest problem with all of these, and I think Blizzard should have, fixed it a little better than they did. Oh man, why did it bring you all the way here? Is the mats. I mean, just to run Lord Seer is 27 exquisite blood. Harlequin Crest for Kara. Aha! There you go. Weren't you? You were the one that didn't get nothing yet. That's perfect. Keep getting them. Here we go. So this might be your hot spot. You'll see this. You'll see this change for different people. Like Gregory was just dropping a lot for me. I don't need anything. So hopefully this is your hot spot and you'll start seeing what's going on. There we go. Here we go. Lethal, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. See, it's no more damage is being dished out. Just the boss has more hit points on a party of 4. You just got to be willing to stand there, and we're able to stand there and just deal consistent damage throughout a little bit longer period. Because if you can torment it solo, you're pretty darn close to being able to do it with a group of 4. Oh, dang it, I got too much. So that's why I keep encouraging people, try. Just go in there and try. I advise you to try your first torment at Lord Seer. I think Seer is the easiest, but he's one of the most expensive. You're gonna pay 27 exquisite blood and 1 stone. So that means to buy 1 stack of exquisite blood on trade, the price has been all over the place. So that's why I say, don't farm mats, farm gold. Go to Infernal Hordes, whatever tier you can run. If the highest tier you can run is a 4, okay, run tier 4 over and over and over and over and over, and every single time you run it, cash in all the ethers for gold. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna have billions of gold. You can buy whatever match you want. I was as high as 55 billion. Now I'm at 38 billion because I've been buying so much stuff. But it's so easy to do. Don't get me fun. Don't get me wrong. It's not fun. It gets super boring and monotonous, and you want to pound your head into the wall. But if you did, like I did it one day for 6 hours with my lightning spear sorcerer, I had so many billions of gold. It was unbelievable. Farming for mats, for bosses, is super inefficient and takes a long time. If you just farm for gold, it takes less time. It's a bit monotonous, but it takes less time, and you'll be able to buy all the mats that you want, which is what I do. That's why I have so many mats. Right now, I'm actually the lowest I've been in a long time because I haven't been getting on very much here lately with the end of the season coming, and
use these.
And with new games around the corner or some already out. Gotta remember, I left this season once to go play Once Human, then we did the First Descendants, then we did the new Path of the Exile season, the King's March. And now we're back here again, and that's what usually happens every season. I usually leave for a while, go play some other games for about a month, maybe a little bit less, and then I come back and finish off the season in Diablo by running people through it. Now, hopefully that'll change in season 6. Now, part of the reason I do that is because I'm so bored with all the seasons, you know, same bosses, everything. There hasn't been that great of a change in Diablo. Luke got Andario. Awesome. See, that's what's happening, guys. You can see, how do you buy mats? They're on the trade chat. People are trying to sell them all the time. Or if I just want to buy 6 stacks of exquisite blood, you wouldn't believe how many offers I get. And the range, the different pricing range is ridiculous sometimes. And a lot of times you just have to be like a used car salesman, you know? But yeah, that's how I buy all my mats. And to be honest with you, most of the time I'm only buying a few mats, because you see what I'm doing right now. We just ran Grigori for quite a bit. We ran a hell of a lot of Grigori. And by doing Grigori, what happened was that gave me all these shards, right? All right, and now we're running Varshan, and Varshan is giving me all these eggs. These are also going to be Durrell. So the only mats I buy a lot of, honestly, is Living Steel and Malignant Hearts. Both are not too badly priced. Actually, Malignant Hearts is a little bit expensive lately, but anyway, and Living Steel is very cheap because everybody's farming that on Helltide. So anyway, those are what I really buy. But I do buy Exquisite Blood, and I do buy stones, although I get a lot of stones because obviously I'm running a lot of stupid stuff every day. But yeah, stones and Exquisite Blood are my big items. I gotta go back. Those are the big items that cost me gold. I keep being asked that if I'm excited about season 6. I can't say that I'm excited. I would say I'm ready for a change, and I don't care what the change is at this point. Even if the change sucks, I know that they'll fix. Blizzard has gotten better at fixing it. Not always is everything fixed, however, but you know, because I was a hater of PTR4. And then that season ended up being great because they made some really good changes. PTR 6 I don't like, or 5 this season. I actually said at the beginning I wasn't going to play it, and we left, and
I'm not ready yet.
Somebody from Twitch asked me to create one character, and I did, and bam, we were here. So they do a good job listening to you from the PTR, and they do make some really good necessary changes from the PTR. And sometimes if you hate the PTR like I have, the season ends up being great because the changes they make are usually pretty in line with what most people were thinking. There's a whole comment section there on that PTR 6, so you're able to go in there for each and everything that drives you insane and leave a specific comment about it. And trust me, when they get a lot of them, they know, okay, everybody has the general feeling that this boss mechanics need to do this, this, and this instead of that, that, and that. I mean, just all kinds of crazy stuff. Really, what I really was impressed with on this PTR 6, Season 6 coming up, honestly, I was very impressed with the group finder. I think that it's going to be a game changer. I really do. Because you're a cross-platform game already. You have so many people from all different areas and makeup that it's a game changer, and it's filtering ability. The way that you're able to look for specific members of a group, I thought was pretty freaking cool. I thought it was pretty intelligent. I was like, that's the way you should do it. Let me go dump this one more time. So that part of the season 6 I thought was really, really good. But it was broken, in my opinion. I mean, there's a build out there called the AFK build. If you ever want something to do and you're bored, go on YouTube and search for Diablo 4 Season 6 AFK build. The guy has not a single skill in his bar right down here. Nothing. Nothing. And he goes in and runs a nightmare, pretty high level nightmare dungeon, and just breezes through it and kills everything, annihilates everything. So obviously that's broken, and obviously because there's a video made and now the whole world knows, Blizzard is fixing that for sure. Spiritborn will be the OP class, but Sorcerer is going to still have a lot of love. A little bit weaker in the Lightning Spear area, but still strong. Rogue, Barbarian got a new skill, but not much else for it. And then you've got, like I said, Spiritborn with 4 different characters within the class that you can choose from: the Gorilla, the Eagle, the Jaguar, and the Centipede. I think the Centipede and the Jaguar look really, really cool. So I want to start off with the Centipede and see how I feel about it. It looked like it could be both ranged and melee, but I'm not sure. Thorns build. Yeah, I have Thorns Barbarian in season 4. I loved him actually, but Barbarian's my favorite class. So actually every season, no matter what my Barbarian build is, it's always the one I like the most. Now this Druid has been super fun and very similar to a Barbarian build, really, just because of the way he can get up in their face, and he does get up in their face and plays it that way, which I like a lot. Kara will be back as soon as she can. The gear will still be here, Kara, don't worry. Take your time. I'm gonna have to make a trip to town after this run anyway, so take your time, come in, grab the gear. There you go. All right, my turn to go back. Yeah, there's been so many different builds over the season, over the last 5 seasons for everything. It's all a blur.
How can I help? You can still use these. The forge is always hot.
I think that, um, you know, you're asking me my opinion, but I think that honestly, some people, I mean, I play all of them. I play Path of Exile. I played Last Epoch. I play Lost Ark. I played World of Warcraft for way longer than I should have ever. I think everybody likes a game for their own reasons. I've said it oftentimes that Diablo 4 is kind of that game that when you come home from work and your brain is kind of twisted and broke, you know, and you just want something mindless to do so you can zone, it's the perfect game because you can come into this game and you can just mindlessly kill stuff and do a build that is very basic and easy and simple to understand. So it's the perfect game for that. Now, if you want a game that takes a little more strategy and a little more thought and things like that, well, Path of Exile for sure is that. I mean, just, you know, one fight alone I can name is the Malachi fight. It's the one fight I always say because it takes a little bit of strategy. It takes a little bit of thought. But once you do it once, you go, oh, I got this. No problem. I mean, there is reasons for liking and disliking every game. I think I mean, I think a lot of games have issues that are also good games. My all-time favorite game is Tom Clancy's the Division 1 and the Division 2. Two separate games actually, but absolutely loved them. Wish that they would stop calling Manhunt new content and give it real new content and make it cross-play, but it's not going to happen because Ubisoft doesn't get it. Instead, they give you Skull and Bones, which, hey, I'm not going to lie, I played it. We streamed it for the first season. We left Diablo and went and did it for a couple weeks. Once you got into the season content, I didn't like it. I know a lot of people did, but I didn't. Having to log in to go run and pick up all my stuff at each port was not very fun. But I love the fighting on the ship, and I love being out in the ocean. And I mean, I thought that part they did it great. But just the end game content of just sailing around and going to ports to you could pick up your goods and your gold and you know what, like, you know, your pieces of 8, and that was kind of a drag. I'm not gonna lie. It got old super fast. Within 2 weeks, I'd left. I was like, okay, I'm at the end game content. I did all of it there is to do, and now you just want me to do this every single day. Now they've done a lot of changes. They've got a new season as well, but
Wanderer.
The forge.
I really liked. I really liked Once Human. I thought it was fun, but at the time that I was playing it, now they've fixed that with an update. But at the time that I was playing it, they didn't have any controller support. It was all WSAD, which, you know, Warcraft made me absolutely sick of that for the rest of my life. I never want to play another WSAD game in my life. So although I really enjoyed Once Human, I didn't enjoy playing it for very long because the WSAD. Now they've done updates and they've added controller support, but I haven't been back to it, to be honest. That's what happens, like with a lot of player base too, is you come in, something's not working. Yeah, it may come back and work later, and I may even know that it's working later, but I'm kind of like, okay, I'm done. I've already moved on to something else, you know. That's the sad thing. Now, the game that you guys, you know, you've heard me been talking about it a lot from Notorious Studios is called Legacy Steel and Sorcery. And that game is not available yet, but starting on October 4th. So really, I'm only going to do it for a couple days. 4th, 5th, And then the 7th, I will be streaming. We may not even do it that many days. It depends on how much content they have and how good it is. But anyway, they're going to give me 10 Steam keys for people. So I've requested those. And we're just going to stream it. It's an alpha. It's new game. The studio is made up of ex-World of Warcraft people. The game looks pretty cool. So I'm going to give it a play. They're not making me sign an NDA or anything, which is awesome. So they want to know what you think of their game, which is why we're going to stream it for the world to see. And then the plan is hopefully that leads us right into season 6 of Diablo 4. Okay, back to town. I hope you guys are getting stuff. I hope you are. I hope you are. I hope you are. I know that Mook has gotten some stuff. I know Kara has gotten finally some stuff. Well, what happened here? Turnpike, I know you've already got everything you probably need, which is awesome. And now sparks are, you're like me. You're just gathering sparks. I rolled all my sparks. I keep trying to roll GA gear, but it hasn't been very successful for me as far as mythics go and getting GAs. I think I've gotten 2. All right, let me pick all this stuff up. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. And guys, I know that some of you are offering me mats and stuff. Don't. Keep your mats, pay this forward, get your people geared up, get your gear for your character. Now keep in mind, any mythic gear that your character gets can also be used on your alts. So get what you need for your character, get what you need for your alts, get everything geared up. Let me help you get everything geared up.
My burden is too great.
I gotta go back. You have to remember, you can share a mythic between your main character, and all of your alts. A mythic is only bound to your account, but that means your account consists of all of your alts, right? So everything can use that. The same is true with your sparks. Okay, and I've had people, so real quick, I'm just going to show you how you do that while I'm here, because people have asked me this multiple times. How do I check for sparks? How do I check? You can just do it in your inventory. That would be probably what I would advise. But another quick way is just go to the Alchemist, come over here to Transmutation, go to Transmute Sparks, and just come here. And you can see the count right down there at the bottom. I have 30. I need 4. Gosh, man, I already used 60 trying to re-roll. But anyway, that's a quick and easy way too to look for your sparks. But a simpler method, honestly, is to just come here and go here, and you'll see if you scroll down here, whoops, into this. If you scroll down, where is it? Right there, Resplendent Spark. Right, I've been asked that a lot of how do you check? That's how you check. Another Starless for Mook. Okay, that's awesome, man. Okay, so people are still getting good drops here. That's good news. That's good news. Varshan's been hot, and he's a good spot to farm. Varshan and Grigori are the best places to farm, because you know why? Because they give you Durell mats. And with those mats, you can go run Durell. You just gotta get stones.
I'm not ready.
There we go. I just saw Tyrell's Might just dropped. Alright. Tyrell's Might is a very common piece for multiple builds, so it's one of those pieces that if you get it, you're going to use it. Let me go get all this gone. And I'm using it on all of my you know, alts already that need it. I mean, again, you see me breaking all these pieces, but it's because I'm already, I have all my alts, everything are geared. I'm really doing this for you guys, help you get geared. And then slowly what I'm seeing happen is the community's growing and you guys are getting geared and you're going helping your friends get geared and then your friends are going to help other people get geared and it's been awesome. I've been watching it happen. It's been incredible. All right, here we go. Don't worry, gear will stay here. Even if you're not here when I started. Oh, you're here. Okay. You can still grab the gear once you jump in. I'm just trying to get as many drops as I can for you guys in the shortest amount of time.
I must wait.
I'm seeing a lot of drops again today. Some days are slower than others. Today's been a pretty good day. I'm seeing you guys call out what you get. That's awesome. And for a lot of people, this is their first mythic piece of gear. Now, keep in mind, if you have an alt that needs a grandfather and you're trying to transmute it at the alchemist, you have to change to that alt that needs it. If you're a druid, for like me, for say, I'm not going to see the grandfather when I go to the alchemist and transmute, because the grandfather is a class specific piece, you know? So it's, you have to, no mythic so far for Turnpike. Wow, that's rare, Turnpike, huh? I know you've been in this group a lot with me. That's crazy. That seems very rare. Well, let's change that. Let's change it.
I'm not ready.
You know, the other thing that we could go do is, I have a ton of them, is Andario. I have a ton of their mats, or even the Beast in the Ice, because this group could do it. Sometimes Andario is tough to keep lower level people alive. Just because of his mechanics, you can't interrupt his first. Robert, appreciate that. Appreciate it. Diamonds are my friend. Thank you for the roses. All right. Here we go. Everybody's getting stuff. It's been working out great. Turnpike is the only one so far this morning. We've already changed hands here with a few times, so we're gonna get changed up for Turnpike here. Doogie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, let's grab all this. Tuna Bix, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. So the boss scales up. His hit points scale up. He doesn't do more damage, but he takes more damage. If you're solo, this boss burns quick. It's bam, and he's dead. If you're a party of 4, I mean, that's all it is. It just takes a little bit longer. He's still gonna go down. It's just, you can trust me. You can carry people through these. People don't give themselves enough credit. If you can solo him, Torment, you can do it. Blood Farts, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So far, over the last 2 weeks, I would say I've geared probably 30 people. And I mean geared with no mythics at all. Came in, ran with me, and we totally geared them. And some of those people not only geared all their main character, but we geared up their alts. And what's awesome is those same people are out doing that for other people right now. And in your circle, it's awesome. It's going well, Blood Farts. It's going well. I mean, I'm bored with seasons, 5 seasons of this, but thank you for that, bro. I keep forgetting that today's my affiliate 3-year anniversary with Twitch. So funny. And I've been streaming for much longer than that, but I refused to sign the affiliate agreement for a year a year because you couldn't stream anywhere else, and I multi-stream always. Yeah, awesome. That's cool that they reminded you.
I'm not ready.
Turnpike just got the helm piece, so now everyone in the group has gotten at least one. And I think most people have gotten multiple. I know Mook has, I know Kara has, I know I've gotten a lot. I don't know how many because I just break them, but in the last 3 weeks we've leveled a lot of people, and it's been awesome to watch and see, and just to see everybody getting all this. And it's easy to get in on these. You do not have to be part of my clan. That is not how nope. That clan is just there to help people connect with other people that are helping others. But all you have to do is send an friend invite to Made Biker pound 1605. And what happens is I accept it. And as soon as an opening comes, and I call it out because Twitch users can't see that side of the screen. So I say, hey, available, spot available. And then you just do a request to join group. And I accept. It makes it easy because then if I'm in a boss fight or something, all I got to do is click right up there in the corner and bring you in. It doesn't take a whole lot of thought on my part. So yeah, anybody can get in on these. You do not have to be a member of my clan at all. That's something that I know a lot of people think, and it's not true. It's not true at all. In fact, we've helped other clans, to be honest with you. We've helped people that had their own clan, get them leveled up, and they've taken the same philosophy to their clan, and they're doing that. Pushing pits for leaderboards. A lot of people, man, I'm going to be honest with you, this season, out of 4 characters, I never went to the pits. Shame on me. I never went to the pits once. I didn't go at all, man. I was just top Infernal Hordes and just farming there. And you got to remember, the way I get all of my mats, blood farts, is that I buy all of my mats on Trade Chat. And so I go and run TH with my lightning spear source, and I just farm nothing but gold for like hours. And then the next thing you know, I'm like, here, 38 billion gold. So I buy all my mats for all these runs to run these people through. And I come back in on a Sunday or maybe a PM, and I'll run a bunch more of those, get another 15 billion gold, add it to my, I just start buying mats. I don't waste any time anymore farming mats at all. Absolutely none. Stop doing it during season. And honestly, the last season I farmed anything was season 3, because I only created one character in season 3 and left. I hated that season. We're full. That's right. We're full. Sorry, bro. So yeah, it's way easier to farm gold and buy your mats than it is to go farm each and every mat. And really, if you think about it, I've shown it before, you're only farming buying majorly Living Steel and Malignant Heart, because those you need to run Varshan and Midori. And both of those are fairly inexpensive. Malignant Heart, maybe not so much anymore, but Living Steel has always been. And then those give you Durell mats, so there's your whole, it's easy to farm. Hey, thank you for the happy affiliate. Okay, appreciate that. Focus on endgame and leaderboard stuff. Yeah, I think, sadly, I mean, I think a user said it best here the other day on the stream one day, and these are their words, that really Diablo 4 doesn't really have an end game. I mean, its end game is kind of doing this, gearing yourself up with your mythics, getting to be where you're unstoppable and helping others do the same. Because, man, I mean, God bless you, bro, but I hated the pit during the PTR. I hated the pit during the season. To me, it was just mindless over and over. And the same is with the Infernal Horde, don't get me wrong. You know, it just drives me crazy, some of the way Blizzard does things in Diablo 4. But I'm here playing it, so it is what it is. I like the bosses in Path of Exile much more. They're just more strategy fight. It's more of a challenge. I think all of the bosses, except for, and that's only because of their mechanic, except for the Beast in the Ice, and because even Beast in the Ice actually is maybe Andario only. It's just 1, 2, 3 dead. I mean, these are taking longer because we're a party of 4. But if I was solo here, which we've got tons of videos on YouTube, it's 1, 2, 3, you're dead. So that's, I don't know, kind of sad. But that is why I said earlier, in my opinion, Blizzard is the game you come home from work, your brain is fried, you don't want to think. You can come into this game and you can succeed and have fun and just mindlessly kill stuff, and it's fun. It's fun. Compared to maybe a Last Epoch or a Lost Ark or a Path of Exile, each one is different and has a different reason of why you might play it. You know what I mean? So I don't think any game is better than any other game, because it all depends on what at that moment are you wanting. What does your brain want? What do you want? You know what I mean? And if this is the game you want to play and this is satisfying to your brain and to you, then hey, that's awesome. Play it. I enjoy it. I like this game. I know there's a lot of haters out there. I like it, but I like it for my own reasons. It's a very simple, very easy game to master. Yeah, to unwind, yeah. And see, you like it pushing yourself. And as a girl player trying to get up there, well, that even makes even more sense. Hanging with the big boys. Yeah. Oh, gosh, do I understand that, man. I do understand that. I had girl members in my clan during World of Warships, and they took some of the worst abuse I ever saw in that game. Such a freaking toxic environment. It was unbelievable. That's why I don't play it. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about it. I played it for a long time and streamed it. But yeah, I feel you on that. Trying to just gain respect. Yeah. Too bad it has to be that way. All right, Kara's gonna have to go. She's gotta go do work. Sad to hear that, Kara. Not sad, you know. Just gotta go to work, sucks. But appreciate you. I'll grab you again someday and we'll play again. Take care. Oh, I'm gonna be calling out an open spot here soon, guys, when she leaves. So be prepared for that. Go cash in my stuff. Oh, that's awesome, Blood Farts. That's awesome. Well, but you know, that's the thing, is there, honestly, that shouldn't be a surprise. You know, but all right, so we do have an opening right now, everybody. Okay, so you know how it goes. Made biker pound 1605, your request friend. I approve right away, and boom, you do accept to join group, and there it is. We got one in. Now we're full.
Come back if you need the forge.
Okay, so we're full again. Let's go. Oh, but ex-Brexit, you are low, so we are gonna have to really watch you carefully. We're gonna have to watch you carefully, but I don't think we're gonna go do an Andario. So you'll die immediately, and I don't want you to just die. It sucks. And you couldn't solo tier 7 hordes. Yeah, so I've heard that a lot, and it is easier to run those level pits compared to a T7 horde sometimes. All right, take care, Bloodfarts. I'm glad you were able to join me. Sorry, guys, I was watching chat. Appreciate you for sure. Hey, Crazy, good to see you.
I'm not ready.
How quickly can I level a character from 0 to 100? Well, I mean, it's fast. This season's super fast. Last season was fast. Sorry, I was trying to watch. What build am I running? This is the landside build. It's a little bit different landside build. It's the one that's on d4builds.gg. And I do have some tweaks to it, and I use a Cataclysm instead of Petrify. Oh, Tholi, thank you for the follow. Spike Non, thank you for the follow. 32 minutes is a record from 0 to 100. Oh, that's fast, bro. That's fast. That is fast. I'm not surprised, but that is very fast. That's awesome. Whoever set that record, they had their mind. They were zoned in. That's incredible. But I believe it. I do not doubt it, because the way that this season with the Infernal Hordes and everything and the XP that you can get in those, it's amazing. I tell people all the time, man, you should start off at World Tier 2 as a level 1 character. You should go right to Helltide. You should go run that Helltide boss over and over and over. You guys are very welcome. And then as soon as you're able, go do an Infernal Horde, the lowest one, and just do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And watch your XP, it'll go crazy. Yeah, Kenneth Pike did his 8 hours. See, that's amazing. It's very fast this season. I mean, that's why I've got so many characters so quick that I was able to leave. I was doing end game content with 4 characters, and I left and went and did Path of Exile's new season, King's March, then did Once Human, then did First Descendant. I mean, and then came back to this. So, I mean, yeah, we did a lot of different games this season. But usually that's what I do every season, quite honestly. It's just the last 2 seasons have been much more efficient leveling. Well, you're going to start completely over this season, next season. You're going to have to create a new character. You're going to start completely naked with nothing again. You'll be able to wear all of, basically, you know, you'll take all everything you got over to the Eternal server with this character that you have here. But your season 6 character, you'll have to create 100% new. And you won't be able to access any of this equipment or gear that you now have. Yeah, the character does become non-seasonal. It goes to the Eternal server. You'll see. I mean, you'll see after when the season, you know, next week when it goes to the new season, you'll see your character will go to the Eternal server, and you can still go to the Eternal server and play it with the same, you know, bosses, everything. And people do play the Eternal server. But for the season, you're going to have to create a new character, go through at least one character going through the campaign, I think. You're welcome, Luke. I'm glad you had a good time. Luke is going to have to be going to work, y'all, so be prepared. Shit, we lost XL Brexit. The way you get the invite, Derek, is I don't invite you, you invite me. Oh, see, somebody already jumped in. You request a friend of Made Biker, pound 1605. Made Biker, pound 1605. I accept it. Then when I call out that there's an opening, you do a request to join party. That way it's all, I'm just doing one click, you know, accept, boom, and then you request join party, boom. Right now we're full, but that way, if you already have me friend requested, it's so easy for you to just jump in as soon as an opening comes. You're ready for Spiritborn? Awesome. I think I'm going to start the Spiritborn either with the Jaguar or the Centipede. I hasn't decided yet. Turnpike is saying he's going to have to leave soon, so we're going to have another spot open up here within the next half hour, maybe. So keep your eyes peeled. We usually go through a lot of people in these groups. I buy all of my mats through the trade channel, just buy them. because I don't farm for anything except for gold. I go run T8 Infernal Horde with my light spear source. Oh, there we go. We got another piece. It's the helm. And I just do nothing but open. I use all the ether and open up gold. And like right now, I got 38 billion gold. I bet as high as 55 billion. You do those Infernal Hordes and just run them over and over and over. I don't care what level you do it at, any of them, and cash in all your ether for gold and do that for at least, let's say you're at maybe just only tier 5. Do it for at least 3 hours and you'll probably hit, I've never done it at T5, I've always done it at higher, but you'll probably hit 1 billion gold. Now, I've done them for as long as 6 hours and at T7s and T8s, and yeah, you'll have a lot of gold. And now you don't have to waste your valuable time going and trying to farm individual mats. And here's what I do. I then go on the trade channel and I buy living steel, which is fairly cheap. Marcos, thank you for the follow. And I buy malignant hearts, these right here. And then I run these. These then give me Durell mats. I then go farm Durell, and yeah, that's just all the years of playing, all the seasons of playing this dang game. At least that's one thing, is I became very efficient with my time. You know. Yeah, T7 solos are pretty, I think, simple too, but I know some people are saying they're having problems with them. I've tried to run carry groups in with the T7s, which I didn't try, we did, but it was really inefficient because they were lower level people and they died immediately when it started. And because now it's scaled up for a party of 4 and only 2 of us out of the 4 are alive, it just seemed like it took, you know, normally you could do a T7 wave, I mean the whole T7 in 8 minutes. You know, I use the average of 10 in case you're kind of slow at it, but those took a long time. I ain't gonna lie. We were gonna do more. After that, I decided, you know what? We're not gonna do no more T7s. We're gonna go run some bosses where I can keep you alive. I have a Whirlwind Twister Barbarian. I love, Barbarian is my favorite class. I love playing him. He's so fun. But yeah, the Barbarian hasn't gotten any love, and they're getting even less love next season. They're getting a new skill, but they're not getting a whole lot of love. Of course, Spiritborn is going to be OP, and I highly advise that you play it because it's going to be very OP. It's going to get nerfed, so if you want to enjoy it, you probably should play it. It's got 4 different characters you can choose from: a centipede, an eagle, a jaguar, or a gorilla. So you should be able to find something that you like. Man, I'm trying to keep you guys alive. It's sometimes the aggro just gets automatically pulled right to you. Oh, okay. I'm out of hearts. All right, so let's go back to town. Let me see what mats I got. I was gonna do Andario, but we're not gonna be able to do Andario because that level. And I'm not dogging you out at all, X Rabbit. I'm just saying Brexit. I'm just saying at your level right now, you'll be nothing but dead with Andario. So let me find something else that we can go do. Actually, a good one to go do would be Durell. So yeah, let me grab Durell mats. Let's do that. All right, let's put that back. And well, I got a lot of Beast in the Ice too, but that might be hard to keep you alive in as well. All right, let me get rid of these. So we're gonna go to Durell. All right, here, let me mark it in case you don't know where it's at. All right, we're gonna go right there. All right, so. Okay, we got a spot open right now, everybody. Everybody, there is a spot open right now. So you do a request. There you go, got it. And here we're full. Okay, awesome. I'm telling you, we moved through people pretty well. I've leveled a minimum of 30 people. It's been pretty incredible. All right, let's go. Travel to player has been kind of bugged, so good luck if you're gonna wait and use that, because we've had a lot of people trying to travel to us and me trying to travel to you. It's sometimes hits, sometimes doesn't. I don't know why. I know somebody was pointing out yesterday that if you step away from the altar, that you drop the mats. And you're welcome, Kenneth. You're welcome. Take care. If you stand away from the altar, where you put your mats in, that sometimes it gets better. I haven't tested that theory, but nothing would surprise me when it comes to Blizzard. All right, here we go. How many of us are here right now? Oh, we got everybody here. Okay, so while we got everybody here, Brannock and Brexit, listen. Both of you guys, this is going to be super important for both of you too. When this boss gets done with phase 1, he's going to go, got the Harlequin Valkyrie did, awesome. He's going to go underground. When he goes underground, you guys need to get over here and hug this wall, because you're going to die. When they come up in the middle of the floor, you're going to die. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to tell you how to play. I'm just trying to help. I don't want you to say it sucks, you know. So now he's going to go back down into the ground here eventually, and when he does, when they pop up in the ground, if he pops up underneath of you, it'll kill you. For those that are geared up, it doesn't do anything, but I'm just trying to help you guys stay alive here, because it sucks if you die all the time. It's no fun, I understand. Okay, so there you go. So he's scaled up for 4. Now you want to hug this wall. If you're a lower level, hug the wall. All right, now you can pounce. Scaled up for 4, and it's going to take a little bit more time, but it's not gonna be a problem. There you go, guys. Perfect. George, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Perfect, guys. So you can still, like, people ask me all the time, like this gentleman here running 6 gear level 61 just got the Melted Heart. Braddock did, awesome. They asked me, can I still get mythics if I'm a level 61? Yeah, as long as you're a world tier 4. We just ran earlier in the stream that person that was a level 50, and they walked away with 2 pieces. Tessa walked away with Tyrole's Might and something else. Grandfather. I think it was the grandfather. And yes, I mean, you may not be able to use it yet because you're not a high enough level, but you'll be able to get it. Yeah, well, and in here, as long as when you die, if you let us revive you instead of you reviving, at least you don't have to pay a repair bill either. You know, I've seen a lot of people revive themselves. Now I think they've made it where you can't. They revive them, but it used to be where you could revive yourself in the fight and come back in, and it was, you would just die over and over while your other party members are trying to keep fighting. So kind of good that they got rid of that. I like the fact that now you don't have to leave the dungeon. It resets automatically and you can just refeed the mats. This fight's changed. Ping and Pang used to jump out over here. Now Ping and Pang don't jump out until the second phase, which has made the fight a lot easier, I think. But Ping and Pan were never a big problem anyway.
I must wait.
But you guys, if you've seen my YouTube video, you've seen me solo Darrell here at Torment, and it's under 3 seconds. I mean, it's literally like 1, 2, 3. He's dead. So you can't judge it by what you're seeing here, because this is a party of 4 running a level 200 boss.
My bags are full.
So yeah, it's going to be a little bit different than what you'll see if you run it solo. You know, it's funny because I've never, D2 is one I never played. I did play D3. But everybody has told me, you know, Ryan, that that D2 was the best. I've never gone back and played. I just didn't have the time. A lot of people have told me that. Well, yeah, well, here's the thing. We've been asking for them to help us make gear for our bags since the initial release of this game, and Blizzard hasn't done anything. And then the simplest solution was, which they did in the Infernal Horde boss chamber, put a stash box there. Okay, so now they did that, but only for Infernal Horde, kind of like to tease us. Last Epoch, they gave you an anvil right here, like an icon. You would click and you could break any piece on the fly, which I know Path of Exile 2 is putting into Path of Exile 2. So I wish Blizzard would wake up, and all they had to do is put a box in every boss chamber like they did in Infernal Hordes, but no, not Blizzard. Very time consuming. That's what I felt about, you know, I played World of Warcraft for almost 20 freaking years, and talk about time consuming. Holy smokes. But the one thing that it did do to me, it made me never want to play a WASD game again. I'm gonna lie.
I must wait a bit. I'm not ready.
All right, so get ready. He's gonna go underground here soon. All right, so now hug the wall if you're a low level. Get to a wall and hug it. Doesn't matter which wall, but just hug it.
I must wait.
And that way, when he pops up, now you can come in. There you go. Perfect. That's how you do it. Expect it. I know it's tough for you because you're level 61. I get it, bro. I hope it's not sucking for you too much, because it's hard to keep you alive right now.
I cannot carry anymore.
Ah, I'm full again. Sometimes Drell will start dropping mythics right away, and sometimes it takes a little while to get him moving. I like the Twisted Sister reference. See, only an old man like me would know that reference. That's probably not true. They're probably more popular than I think I give them credit for, to be honest. Back in my day, they were pretty popular. All right. If it'll be purple if it's a mythic, it'll be purple. It'll be a purple color. It'll look like that. It'll be purple. All right. If it's just a legendary, which most of your gear will probably be made up of, it's going to be like this color. Okay. And then if it's just a regular piece of gear, it's going to be like that color. But that regular piece of gear, like you can see, I'm using it, and I'm using it on a high-end build, and it works great. That's what I said, that my build is that d4builds.gg build. If you do landslide, you'll see it. And but it's got changes. I don't use Petrify. I use Cataclysm. I've changed the Paragon board to suit what I want this character to do. I've changed the gear. And it just, for me, it's just more damage. That's all I'm after. That's why when I solo these bosses, literally it's 3 seconds. Okay, I'm not gonna get you up right now. Hang tight. Hang tight for me. I don't want to get killed by it. All right, there you go. Awesome. Good job getting him up too. Good job. Okay, and I'm sorry here. I saw your question. Let me post it for you. So that's the clan. All right, it's been very, very active just here. It's brand new. You do not have to be a member of the clan to run these at all. That clan is there to help communicate with people. It's there for you to get help. There's a lot of people in that group right there that have been geared up, and they're helping a lot of other people. That was my whole point when I started this seasons ago, multiple seasons ago, when we started doing follower runs back then. The whole point of doing them was to make others so they could do them. You know what I mean? So if I can get you geared up and blah, 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 and teach you how to get the mats as efficiently as you can, like I do, you can go and do the same stuff I'm doing. Now, some people charge for this feature that I'm doing, which is kind of crazy, because I think that's insane. Because like you see, there's enough nice people out there that are doing it. Maybe they need your mats. That might be very true. So X-Brexit's going to do 2 more, and then they're going to be going. So keep your eyes peeled for an opening, everyone. All right, so here we go. I will call it out when it occurs. Promise. I always do. Promise I'll let you know. Yeah, you can ride a vest. You can definitely. Yeah, I mean, you can be on a regular moped. I mean, oh yeah, that's a good question. I like that. I like that, Ryan. New cars that I'm seeing a lot of down here in Florida, the Spider, is that what they are? They look like it's like a 3-wheeler with I don't know, it's a crazy looking car. Braddock got something. What were you looking for, Braddock? I see, finally. That's probably a good sign that you got something you've been waiting for. Here we go. Watch yourselves. Ring of Starless. Okay, guys. So it's a good piece. It's a good piece. A lot of builds are using it. Lots and lots of builds. I've got multiple characters that are using it right now. So I can tell you now, it's a good piece. It's one of the one pieces that when I re-rolled with all my sparks, I was able to get a GA on too. You want to pledge to this biker gang? So hug the wall if you're low gear, because he's gonna come up and kill you. There you go, perfect. Good job. Oh, we still lost somebody. Sorry, Bresman. When you're like that level, it's at lower levels. It's hard because they just jump on you and kill you before I can keep you alive. Well, if it has tassels for the handlebars. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You wouldn't believe some crazy things I've seen people do on, I'd call a motorcycle. I'd call it a motorcycle, especially when I was in Korea. That was when it was really crazy.
I can break that down.
You're welcome, ex-president. You're welcome. Feel free to join me any other time you can. I'm here to help. That's what this is all about, for real. All right, so it looks like we have an opening. So if you want to do it now. Request to join party. Oh, I didn't have this approved. I'm so sorry. Okay, now it is. So now you want to click on me or right click on me or whatever you're on a console. I don't know. I'm on a PC, and you want to say request to join party. That way I just click it and say yes, and boom, you're in. You do not have to be a member of the clan. No. It's just, the clan is just there to help people. That's all. There we go. He's in. All right. So let's wait a little bit here. Let everybody gather up and get here. My bags, I'm going to go empty those real quick. Travel to party, travel to member has been bugged. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just going to warn you. Was it you, Crazy? Were you able to get there quick enough or no? What am I looking for? Okay, here we go. You missed it. Oh, that sucks. It's hard because you got to constantly keep on your toes, but we did do a run on Saturday for people, and we had really successful runs on Saturday. But the one thing I noticed about the Saturday runs is the people in the group don't change out very much. On the weekday runs, I mean, look, we've been through a lot of people, and everybody's walking away with gear. So that's what it's a successful day. I know that, during the week it seems like we go through a lot more people through the group, and during the weekend it was like the same people for most of the whole time. If you were there for a bit, it was a lot of people stayed pretty much the same. I was surprised at the difference. I actually thought it would have been the opposite, but I was also surprised at how busy it was because a lot of people still need gear at this late in the season. So that's kind of why I've been making it more of a priority to help people, because I know it's just about done. And this game is just so much more fun if you're geared, and if you can do what I'm doing, help others. It's just so much more fun. The problem is really what happens is now you're getting geared, and now what happens is you need mats, you need neotherin. All right, and a lot of people are telling me they can't get through T7s, and the problem is because we did do it. I mean, we ran a T7 with followers, and it was bad. I mean, we made it through, and they got their mats and all of that, but 2 members were dead the second that the wave would start. I mean, the very second, because those monsters, they're ruthless. As soon as they see you're under geared, they just dove on them and killed them instantly. Just bam. I couldn't even, there was nothing any of us could do. So 2 of us were fighting for a group that was, they were scaled up for a party of 4. It just took us a long time. It was just like endless. It just seemed like, normally it's 8 minutes or so. You got 1 mythic you needed, perfect. But it just seemed like it took a long time. It wasn't very efficient. Rather than 8 minutes, it was more like, I think it was closer to 20, but maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it was just felt that way. I'll get that friend request approved right now once we get this boss down over. All right, so if you're low level, hug the wall anywhere. Just hug it anywhere. And if you're okay, you can go right in. Once they pop, go in. You just want to watch out for those poison darts, like little things flying around. I call them darts for a better word. All right, let me do this first. There we go. We've really been pretty successful, I think, leveling people up with gear. I really do. I'm pretty proud of what we've been able to do. The HP difference between 3 to 4 is crazy. You're right. You go in and solo these bosses, Torment, it's easy. And guys, you're going to get the same drops that I'm getting. You're going to get the same drops. Go run Zir. Lord Zir is easy. Well, the mats are expensive. But Lord Zir is the easiest Torment boss to run. And Grigori's the next one, I would say. I think Varshan's maybe like third on my list. But anyway, there's no excuse why you couldn't have the mats for Grigori, because those are living steel. You can get those out of Helltide. Your biggest issue is you're going to have to get Stygian stones. Which you can get. The Burning Butcher was after me like I owed him money. Yeah, the Burning Butcher. Yeah. Once you get to that tier 7, tier 8, he starts showing up more and more. Build guide here. Hang on, team. Hang on. Let me do this real quick for them. All right. So that's me. Although I have tweaked this build, to be honest with you. You can see right away because I use Cataclysm. I don't use. Let me post it over here too. I don't use Petrify. And just a few other. One thing I talked about, you guys should, if you remember yesterday, and you need to know this, a lot of people don't. First of all, if your glyphs aren't at level 21, that's why you can't do stuff. It sucks, and I know leveling glyphs is very boring and it's terrible, but if they're not at level 21, that's your first problem on your character. Absolutely. You have to take the time and level every glyph to level 21. Gotta do it. If you haven't, there's your problem. Right away, I'm going to tell you. Second thing is your aspects. Make sure your aspects are right. Now, you have to revisit your Paragon board, okay? Because here's what happened. Why won't it let me click that? That's weird. There we go. Because if you're wearing Tyrell's Might, right? Let's say you're wearing Tyrell's Might. There's no reason that you should be doing any resistance anywhere else. You don't need any more resistance points anywhere. So go into your Paragon board, and there's a search in Paragon that you can see. I think on the console, it's the Y button or diamond or whatever you may want, depending on what console you're on, but it'll bring up a search, keyword search for resistance. Take all those points out. Put them towards damage or something that your character needs. All right. Next thing is you should be, once you masterwork all of your pieces, and they're all masterwork to 12, you absolutely want to visit your Paragon board, because more than likely, not always, but more than likely, you don't need that armor that you may have put points to in your Paragon board. You don't need those resistances, as I was saying, and you may not need all of that potion healing. You can take a lot of those points out, and you'd be surprised at how many sometimes points that frees up. That frees up a lot of points. So now you can move those points to a damage area, or something that you need, critical strike, or maybe if you're a rogue, maybe trap. You know, people forget, because those guys that post those builds on the internet, they don't tell you to go back to that after your masterwork to 12. They don't tell you that once you put Tyrell's Might on, you don't need any more resistance. You know, they don't tell you a lot of that stuff. And you gotta sometimes use your own kind of brain a little bit. By using this, you know, a lot of people are against it, and I kind of was too until I tried it. But by going to the Doombringer here, a single hand piece, it's been huge for this build, which I was surprised. But it also allowed me to then put in an offhand piece where I could get cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction is a rare for, you know, you can get it on your helm, you can get it on your amulet. It's just a hard enchant to get. It's not always easy to get that cooldown reduction, and some builds really need it a lot to make them powerful. They do, because the less cooldown reduction I have, the more I'm able to use the skill, the more damage I'm able to do. You know, so in some builds, cooldown, probably most, but I'll just say some, cooldown reduction is very important. Another thing that greatly confuses people, everyone, is this. Attack power. This does not mean what you think it means. It does not mean you want to get that super high. No, 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 no. You know, no. Just no. It does not mean that. I'm going to tell you because we had a guy with 90,000 attack power there, and he couldn't kill shit. Because it's based on what's important for your class, what's important for your build, and maybe what instead of what you should have had was in that, you should have had 3,000 critical strike damage, 3,000%, and 2,400, I'm sorry, not 3,000, 3,000 and 2,400 critical strike chance. Because that's probably what you should have been using for that character. Or maybe you should have had strength. Maybe, see, these things are what really matters, not this. And people get this. Now, I want to clarify this. On some builds, especially more inclined for the barbarian, that number does mean something. I mean, it means more than what it would for a lightning spear sorcerer. Okay, I did my lightning spear sorcerer's entire attack power was 9,600, 9,800, something like that, for the entire everything, all the way to the end game content, until just recently when I did some changes to him and it went up to 14,000 maybe. Still low as hell, but that lightning spear sorcerer can kill anything and everything fast. Because that attack power number is not what matters to that lightning spear sorcerer.
I'm not ready.
That number just, it's very deceiving. I wish they would call it something else, but that's what they call it. And I think people get confused because they want to get that number as high as they can. And it's just, it's not going to help you in some cases. Powerful set of gloves for a very powerful pair, and my attack power dropped by 6k from 26 to 20k. And what is your character? What class is your character? A barrage rogue. Okay, I have a barrage rogue as well this season. A rogue, the way it depends on, like, what's his, you know, I would want to see what his criticals are, his critical strike damage, critical strike chance. I would also probably go and test that change and see, you know, go somewhere like, you know, an Infernal Horde is a good place for the barrage rogue. Actually, it's a good testing ground. You know, and see how it does it at a place where you've already, yeah, that's a nice piece necklace of natural balance, chain of natural balance. See what you see as damage doing. You know, did it go down? Did it go up? Because the attack power number is really based on, here, let me show you. Like for this, let me just show you for this. This is a druid, keep that in mind. But for my druid, you can see that I've made him kind of tanky by giving him a lot of life, but what was the one I was looking for? Overpowers 833. Critical strike damage is 489%. So it's kind of low, but you can also see that his willpower is pretty high as well. He's been kind of tanky. This attack power, I don't know how to explain it all except for the fact that it doesn't mean what you think. A lot of times it's a multiplication kind of thing, especially with certain classes on critical strike, critical damage. That's the problem. This calculates as nothing. That's the whole problem. And you can't You know, you can see it's an evaluation of the damage you deal based on your offensive stats scaled with your current welded weapon damage and speed. So what that tells you is, and this changes for, you know, a lot of different, but what that tells you is if you go here, weapon, okay, so weapon damage, it talked about right there, okay, it talked about weapon speed, it talked about, you know, your offensive stats, which is a lot, like critical strike chance, damage control, damage with earth skills, overpower. That's why this is such a convoluted number. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got kind of carried away there. You guys ready? Attack power is a very convoluted number, and it's sad because that's what they call it. Jajoran, thank you for the follow. It doesn't mean like in most games attack power means the higher this is, the more damage I'm going to do. That's not necessarily true, because maybe what number you should have had really high is like on my Lightning Speared Sorcerer, where his critical strike damage is at 3,000%. His critical strike chance is at like 2,400%. And if I lower those, and don't lower his attack power, you know, just lower those two items, his damage sucks. Like I said, there was a guy that was in our stream, oh my goodness, this was several weeks ago, but he had 90,000 attack power, and he couldn't understand why he couldn't kill squat. And when you started looking at his other stats, you went, well, bro, you got like 12% critical strike damage. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be, it's gonna take you a long time to kill stuff. And so it's confusing for people. I wish Blizzard would change it, because it's not what they think it means. And you'll see people punch that number up as high as they can, and then they don't understand why they can't drop a torment boss. So it's like, well, bro, that attack power is not what you want. Quit looking at that. Start going in and dig deep and start looking at, because every build on the internet, these cookie cutter builds, they all tell you what you want. They all tell you critical strike chance, critical strike damage. And if you follow their advice of what they're telling you to do, your character for the most part is going to be unstoppable. And there's tweaks, like I said, you can tweak those builds to no end. The first thing you should be doing is once you start master working and you start seeing things climbing, you should be going back to your Paragon board, searching for any armor points, take those points out because you ain't gonna need them. Search for any resistance points if you're wearing Tyrael's Might, because you ain't gonna need them. Take those out, put them towards damage. Search for potion healing, you ain't gonna need it. Hug the wall if you're low level. If you're not, you're okay. There we go. Oh, Braddock. They just zone in on you, don't they, dude? Trust me, I know. The experience would be even worse if I took you to Andario right now. Because he's a really tough one to keep people alive at. I'm definitely ready for a change. 5 seasons of this game, I'm slowly getting burned out on it.
Come back if you need the forge.
I feel like I know it real well, but I feel like I only know certain aspects of it that I've concentrated on, like leveling, speed leveling, things like that, you know. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Bizarre. It's my affiliate anniversary of when I signed the affiliate agreement with Twitch, and it was 3 years ago. It's funny because I spent so much time not signing it. I think it was close to a year that I wouldn't sign it, because I stream up I stream to multiple places, and so Twitch wouldn't let you do that, so I wouldn't sign it. Then when they changed their policy and said you could, then I signed it. Oh, I've got a bunch of blood too, bro. I do, but other people would take you up on it. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, Derek, other people would take you up on it. I do. I don't ask for you to use any of your mats with me. I appreciate all of that, but the reason is because I try to get you geared up so then you can use your mats to level up somebody else. All right, so Brannock is saying he's going to be leaving soon. I'll call it out when there's an opening. So be prepared. Just trying to give you a warning, everyone. Be looking for that. But yeah, I want you to keep your mats because that way you're able to run other people through and do the same thing I'm doing. I don't want people to have to only depend on Made Biker. I want them to know that, oh, a lot of people do this. And a lot of people do. If you go into trade, especially if you have the mats, people will help you for sure. Because mats for most people are hard to get. For me, they're super easy, but actually I shouldn't say super easy. I still farm gold and it still takes a while to do that. So yeah. Absolutely keep all of your mats. The whole goal here is to gear you up. So, or maybe gear you up and your alts, you know, because mythics can be shared with all of them. And then you'll go and run your friends through some bosses. I ran one guy that was in charge of his own clan. You know, I have my own clan too, but he was in charge of his own clan and leveled him up, got him and all of his alts geared, and then he went and did the same thing with his clan, which is awesome. So you're seeing a lot of people in the game chat, you know, offering to run people through because more and more people are getting into this community of helping. Here, let me answer. I'm sorry, team. Hang on. One quick question from Michael so I can answer this question. All right, so Michael, if you send a friend request to that, I'm going to put it over here for everybody else. You send a friend request to that right there, right? I go in, I accept it like this person right here just did. I accept it. Now, when I call out an opening, you're welcome, Red Dragon, you're welcome. When I call out an opening is there, you then right now, there's an opening. So you do a request to join party. You click on me. I don't know how you do it on console, but on PC, you would just right click on a person and it'll say request to join party. And you'll do a request to join party. I accept it. You come in and we keep running. My best 2 tips for new players is, and there we go. Oath is in. There we go. It's full. Group is full. Thank you. Oh, Rob, you just missed it, bro. It's full. It's full. But we've changed a lot of people through here, so just hang tight. It's going to happen. I mean, a lot of people already this morning. New player here. What's your best 2 tips for new players? Well, for new players, I say, if I was you, I would first decide what you want to play. Do you want to play range? Do you want to play melee where you're right on top of the guy? Do you want to play like a witch kind of or a spellcaster? You know, that's important because if you choose the wrong class, you're not going to like it. So like, let's say you like range and you choose a barbarian. Well, most builds, not all, but most builds on a barbarian are going to be close contact fighting. A range, a rogue, you're gonna enjoy a rogue, maybe a sorcerer, and in some cases even a druid. So there's a lot of different things you want to figure out before you choose. My favorite is the barbarian. You know, for 5 seasons I've loved the barbarian. It's been a super fun, no matter what build I used, I've always enjoyed it. All right guys, we're gonna go ahead and go. They'll get in here as soon as I can. I just want to get you as many drops as we can in here while we got it. Here we go. Yeah, But I enjoy all the characters. I mean, I make a one of every character every season almost. Season 3 I did not, and on this season I did not make a necromancer. But we leave every season and go and play Path of Exile. We do the new season there. Sometimes we do, like this season we did Once Human and Path of Exile and First Descendants. But I always end up coming back for the last month to 3 weeks and do this. This is what we do every season. Last 3 weeks I usually come back into the game and just run followers, run people through, get them the end game content, get them their gear. This season's been the easiest of all the seasons, honestly. It's been the easiest to gear people up. And it's fun because when you can gear people up, I'm telling you, there's so much more for them to enjoy in the game if they're geared up. It just makes the game more enjoyable, it really does. And it's not always easy to get to that point. I mean, I've seen a lot of people with me now said, oh, I never realized. And it's like, yeah. The other thing is I want to make sure, well, no, we'll do that later. I don't want to have to make my team wait. But yeah, we do this every day. On the weekends, we do it for the people that have to work Monday through Friday. We usually do it on Saturday, but it changes on the weekends. I normally don't stream on the weekends except for during this last part of every season. I start streaming a few weekends, not every weekend, a few weekends, short streams, and I run people through that work Monday through Friday.
I'm not ready.
To be honest with you, the streams have gotten much shorter here in the last couple weeks, 3 weeks, because these are very boring for me, I ain't gonna lie. All of my characters are geared up with mythics. Everything is done with them all of them. I've ran this boss specifically, Durrell, thousands and thousands of times if you go back all through the seasons. And yeah, it's kind of boring for me, but it makes it more fun because I'm helping people, so that kind of makes it fun for me. But yeah, it's like, come on, give us a new season. I'm ready. I'm ready. No matter how bad season 6 may or may not be, I don't care. I just need a change. Will a top barb build rank up in damage against the top rogue build? Well, right now, if you go to maxroll.gg and go to tier list for Diablo 4, you'll see it right there at the top. You'll see that the rogue barrage is, I think it's a S tier, which is the best tier you can get. And I think a barbarian, the whirlwind twister, is still a tier A. I think, oh gosh, I can't remember, but I think there's a bash. It's been a long time since I looked at that list, but there are some barb builds that are better than, I mean, they're just as good as a rogue. A rogue has been a pretty powerful build this season. Barbarian has dropped a bit. The strongest build this season has been the Lightning Spear Sorcerer. By far, it's just been the strongest build. And this Druid build too. What's up, Chumbo? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're coming down to the last week of the season, everyone. Last freaking week. Get ready for big changes. You're welcome, Irasak. You're welcome. You're welcome. Stag Storm Andario's version of this build is awesome. I've heard that. Some other people told me that too, that they thought it was pretty cool. I did. I pre-ordered Vessel of Hatred the day it was released. That's what I do with most games that I buy, to be honest with you. That way I don't have to remember it. You know.
There's that.
I haven't been buying a lot of games lately, to be quite honest. To be actually 100% honest, I haven't bought a lot of games lately. You know, I mean, I was a big Once Human fan, huge, played the beta, absolutely loved it. Don't like the WSAD, but they fixed that now. Now it's been patched. Bought 2K Fear last night for $2. Really, 2,000 Fear for $2. I'm telling you, man, those outside services like IGGM. If it wasn't for the fact that I already farmed for billions, $38 billion gold in game, I would use IGGM in a heartbeat. That is so cheap. I mean, that's cheap, and I guarantee that's really cheap. Huh. I don't see how they can make money on that, but I guess it doesn't cost them anything. But you would think they have to buy it from somebody, right? Or maybe not. I don't know how they do it, to be honest. That's interesting. 10 cents per 100. Cheap, man. Mats are so cheap there. Wow. How long does it take for them to, like, if you buy something from them, how long does it take for delivery? Is it like takes you a day or 2 days or something like that? Or how does that work? Is it pretty fast? That's interesting. $0.10 per 100 of fear. They sell legendaries for $25. It takes 2 to 3 hours. Oh, really? Oh. First time it was a couple hours, but the fear last night within 5 minutes. Holy smokes. That's amazing. And that to hear that they sell gear even, that's, you know, that's a little probably what people would say, oh, I'm not going to pay, you know, 25 bucks isn't $2, but still $25 isn't a lot of money. And if you're getting the exact piece that you want, that's incredible. I bet you they're pissed that they can't sell mythics, you know, because mythics can't be traded. But I bet you those guys really wish they could.
I'm not ready.
But they kind of do, because I saw somebody was saying that what they do is you give them your account login information. I forget. I think they said it was $89. Or maybe more, I don't remember. And that they then log in as you, and they go run and kill those bosses and get you all the torment gear, and you get to keep it. Which I'm like, well, first of all, how do you, I mean, I don't know. Seems to me like that's a huge security risk right there, giving them, I mean, I guess as soon as they're done, you change everything, your password and everything, but man, to me, that's scary because you're giving them your BattleNet account. I don't know. I don't think I can convince myself to do that. I'm actually surprised that Diablo doesn't make that part of the game because, you know, Path of Exile has its own shop, which was so smart. Well, what happened?
I'm not ready.
I'm really surprised that Blizzard didn't come up with its own shop because they're always after your dollar. I'm very amazed. In fact, and I'm just going to say this out there now because I was a big, huge World of Warcraft player for many, 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 many years. So you see, you know that this new season, you can only level to level 60, right? So you guys have heard me say this before. You know why they're doing that? The real reason why they're doing that is because then in a month or maybe a little longer, they're going to offer you a DLC that's going to let you level to level 80. And then after a few months of that, they're probably going to sell you another one that's going to be a level 100, but more likely they'll wait until they have a new like this, a new DLC that will then bring you to. But it's all about money. It is. And I'm not saying that ain't wrong. I ain't saying, I mean, your business, it's your right. You want to make money. I totally get it. I do. I get it. I totally understand it. But damn. So I had a lot of people, I see your comment. I had a lot of people that asked me about Throne and Liberty. All right. That new game, Throne and Liberty. I don't know if you've seen much about it. Guys, I mean, I'm going to tell you, really cool graphics, really cool, but it's pay to win. It's all about pay to win on that game. I mean, those developers and that NCSoft, who are the developers of that game, they're known for that. They're notoriously known for just money gouging you on monetization techniques to death. Thank you for the happy anniversary, affiliate anniversary. Appreciate that, Master Puppet. Appreciate it. So, yeah, I'm not gonna stream that game. I know that a lot of people wanted me to, but guys, I'm amazed you're actually playing it. To be honest, it's such a pay-to-win game. Sadly, it really is. I mean, no, I don't need your mats, Lordy. But the way you do it is, you keep your mats. I gear you up, and you keep your mats and run other people through. So that's me. You got to send me, let me put it over here for you guys. You got to send me a friend request in game, or, you know, Battle.net, I guess. And then I accept it. And then when I call out that we have room, you'll do a request to join party. And that seems to be the easiest and best method to use. We've already changed personnel in this group so many times this morning. And that's what's great, is we're able to get a lot of people through, and a lot of people get good gear. Everybody that's left has gotten multiple items. So Chumba is saying, all right, have a good one, Irosec. Chumba is saying on Twitch that he can run people through too. He's saying Diablo the Beast in the Ice runs, which has been a pretty hot place to go for Mythics. So if you do not have a Twitch account, I highly advise that you create one and go into my stream chat, and Chumba will run you through stuff. He is more than happy. We do have another player saying that they're going to be leaving soon. So just be listening for me to say when for you to send your invite for your party request, join party request, and I will call it out when it's open. I'm telling you, we've been going through a lot of players this morning. It's been really good. Everybody's been getting gear. I'm super happy to see it. That's why we do it. It slowed down for me, like big time. I don't need anything, but I'm just amazed at how bad it slowed down. We were getting a lot. Now it's kind of eased up. All right, so let's see, make sure I got everybody approved here. I do over there. Yeah, let me go drop my gear too. All right, Derek, you're welcome. I'm so glad you were able to get in and have some fun. That is awesome. And join me again whenever you get the chance. I'm here every day, bro. But I'm glad it worked out. Awesome. Get your alts all geared up, everything, bro. Remember, anything that you get as this character is shareable with your alts. All of them are used. It's just account bound. We have an opening now in the group, so if you want to request to join party, there we go. Sir Pounce is in. Oh, Lord, you just missed it, bro. You just missed it. Sir Pounce just beat you. It'll change again. Just stay with it. It'll change again. I promise you it does. Or you can just come back tomorrow, or you can go into Twitch. Chumba is offering to run people through Beast in the Ice right now. I'm going to tell you right now, Beast in the Ice has been another hot spot. Okay, here we go. Ventress will get in here as soon as she can. Whatever it may be, I'm sorry.
I must go
You're welcome, Derek. Again, you're welcome. I'm glad it worked out well for you. And I appreciate the diamonds that you threw. Whoever threw those at me, thank you. Appreciate those a lot. You actually may have threw me roses, but I do appreciate it regardless. Sometimes I don't see it right away because I'm trying to keep people alive and trying to stay alive. But I appreciate it. Okay, if you're low level, hug the wall. Or if your armor's not up, if you're good, you're good. All right, there we go. Got you, AA. I see ya. I see ya. Buy some eggs and blood today. I'm gonna have to get on and get some mats myself. I usually try to do it honestly since I'm buying them through the trade chat. I found, which is really weird, that the best time I'm getting the best prices is super early in the AM. Crazy, right? But yeah, every time it seems like I get the, and I got this piece so many times with that same GA. Hearts. Yeah, that's what I tell everybody is buy living steel and buy hearts, because those are what you need to then get you naturally Durell mats. And then the only other thing I will purchase in the trade is exquisite blood, and that's just because I personally like Lord Zir, and because I'm always going there with my lightning spear sorcerer and trying to farm a better fractured winter glass. I haven't been successful at it, but I keep trying. Okay, here we go. I want a 3GA fractured winter glass. Not like that's too much to ask for, but yeah. Not an easy drop to get, that's for sure. And it's always hard to convince yourself, because here's the deal. Once you masterwork it, it's an awesome piece anyway. So you have to convince yourself that, yeah, but if I get a 3GA, it starts off higher. Now I just have to redo all the masterworking, and it's going to be better than the one I'm looking at now. But it always takes a little bit of convincing on my part. Yeah, a lot of people are just giving stuff away. A lot. I mean, I gave away a whole lot of stuff already, and I mean, that's why most of my stash box, well, I still have a lot, don't get me wrong, but yeah, season's coming to an end. What are you going to do with it? You know what I mean? You're either going to break it, sell it, or let it just go to waste when the season ends. So just give it away, let somebody use it. I started doing that a long time ago, though, to be honest. I always just save what I need for my alts, or if it's multiple GA, I'll save it because somebody may need it. I wish they would give us a clan stash bag that we could put stuff in and then people could pull from it. They could add to it or pull from it. I think that would be a great feature, but trying to convince Blizzard of anything is always difficult. Always, always, always. Hopefully these guys are getting drops. For me, Durell hasn't dropped much today. Normally he does quite a bit. Sometimes it takes him a while to get going. GA Unsung Wraps. Let me check. me look. Let me look. Let me look. I don't think so. I think those are something I just gave away. But let's look. Let's look. I can just do it this way. Nope. I gave them all away. Sorry.
That looks warm.
Yeah, I've given a lot of stuff away over the last month. I mean a lot. A whole lot has gone right through me. Sorry about that. Oh, Irish Luck just left the party and he had unsung raps. He's saying on Twitch, he said, you know, I just had him. He was offering them out. Nobody wanted him in the group here at the party. That sucks. You're on TikTok, Sparta. He's on Twitch. And on Twitch, it's Irish Luck. And he just had him. He probably got rid of him though, I wouldn't doubt. So thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay.
That looks worn. I can fix it. You can still use these.
Sparta. Irish is gonna go back to TikTok and see if he can find you, Sparta. He says those unsung raps he has, you can solo Durrell much easier than what you're seeing here. If I solo Durrell, it's 1, 2, 3, dead. But when it's a party of 4, they scale up. So yeah, Durrell is way easier when you're solo. In fact, all the bosses are. I personally believe if you've never ran a Torment solo, go start with Lord Zir. Super easy. But Durrell is easy to get the max, so that's why a lot of people want to start here. And he's not hard, he really isn't. His damage is not getting increased to a party of 4, just his hit points. So right now he would have been dead if we were solo. But yeah, he just lasts a little bit longer when you're a party. As people learn when they run with me, they go, oh man, he's way harder. Yeah, he just lasts longer. He's not really harder, he just lasts longer because his hit points are more. If you go and like look at my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of videos of me doing solo compared to these party of 4s. And you'll see like solo is like 3 seconds. Oh, wait. Sorry, I almost did that. There you go, Sparta. They're letting you, they're helping you find him because he has what I think you're looking for, which is awesome. So take advantage of it, bro. I'm telling you, people are helping you guys connect. That's awesome.
For whatever you need.
All right.
There's that.
I mean, there's just so much gear right now that end game stuff to just get rid of and give away and let people have it, let them enjoy it. Again, I wish we could do that with Mythics. I kind of understand their purpose with Mythics. And if you could do that, then everybody would have them. There'd be actually no goal in even going and trying to get them. So I get it. Foss, thank you for the 500 bits. I appreciate that cheer. Awesome, bro. Thank you. You know, I get why they're doing it. I do. I understand it, but I think, like, at least for the party members, you should be able to trade to them, because you guys see me. I break so many mythics every day because I don't need anything. But the guys that I'm running do. So if I could trade it to a party member that helped bring the boss down, I think that's a fair system. That's what they do in World of Warcraft. I think it's pretty fair. But, you know, this is not World of Warcraft. This is Blizzard. This is Diablo 4, sorry. And that is what it is. You'll see drops for T4 once it turns October 8th. Bro, I'm the same way, D-Clown. Same exact way. I'm ready for that October 8th. I don't care. I did the PTR and I didn't like it, but I don't care. I just want to change. 5 seasons of this, I'm ready for a change. I'm done. You know, go play the Spiritborn, you know, and it's at least going to be something different, you know? Yeah, loads of Twitch drops for the first 4 weeks for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to November 15th too, though, because I want Path of Exile 2 to hurry up and get here. I thought King's March was pretty cool this season over at Path of Exile, but it really didn't. It was kind of, you know, it really wasn't an end content kind of thing. I mean, it was cool, don't get me wrong. You know, having your own port, guard, farm, and blah, 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 but I don't know.
I'm not ready.
Okay. We've been pretty successful getting a lot of people leveled up. It's been pretty good. I've seen as many as 6 drops for one person in 20 minutes to 1 drop after 2 hours. So it's just such a crazy way. And it also sometimes will depend on who's the hot boss, you know? I mean, sometimes it's Lord Zir, sometimes it's Grigori. You know, we've seen a lot of that. We've seen a lot of that. Which is why we kind of cycle through all the bosses, because you just never know which one's going to be the hot one. Had to buy the DLC. Yeah, I feel you on the whole buying the DLC and the price of it. I really thought this game was pretty darn expensive on day 1 to begin with, then the DLC. But keep in mind that in the original, they were wanting to charge $89 to close to $100 for that DLC. When they first sent that information out to us back in season, was it 4? Maybe it was, no, I don't think it was season 3. I think it was season 4. And they sent a survey asking certain people, how would you feel about a DLC for $99.99, or I think it was, and it was like, no, 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 and no. And so we're lucky they didn't do that, to be honest. Yeah, you're going to be able to craft them easier. I think I'm really looking forward to the raids. I know a lot of people aren't. I know that, but they don't understand that you're comparing that to a game right now that there is no existent group finder. The group finder in season 6 is so good, you guys. The group finder is so good, and because this game is cross-platform, it's so invaluable, unbelievable. You're going to enjoy being able to run with other people. Those other people are going to be able to find you because the filters in that were really, really good. I just see a lot of opportunity for that alone. Just that alone. Some of the Paragon board changes, I think we'll get used to. I think that this is what people were asking for, is a little bit more, and me too, a little more reach in them, and I think they're trying to do that, but I thought it was kind of confusing. Some parts of it I thought was confusing.
I'm not ready.
I like to hear that the pit now is going to give you glyph XP, which is smart. I didn't test the pit when I was in the PTR, but I don't think most people know. I've seen this said quite a bit, that the PTR is only available for streamers. That's not true. That's like absolutely like not true at all. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can show you real quick. So it may not let me, but let's see. So the PTR and TikTok, you're probably not going to be able to see this, but the PTR is right here, okay? And you come over here to the game version, and you would change this game version to public test realm right there at the very top. And then you can play the PTR too. It's not open to just streamers. It's just, for some reason, most streamers, and every streamer probably knows that that's there, and that's why you say, of course they do. That's why you're watching them stream the PTR. But PTR is available to everyone. Do I think Vessel of Hatred saves Diablo 4? I don't think Diablo 4 needs to be saved. Trust me, they're making billions of dollars. And Diablo 4 will never, ever be Last Epoch, and it will never be Path of Exile, and I play all those games. It'll never be Lost Ark. Diablo 4 has its own niche. It really does. You ask most players that are playing Diablo 4 and enjoying it, they'll tell you it doesn't need to be saved, but it has a lot of potential that's being wasted. That I'll say. Thank you for that happy anniversary. I appreciate that, Moromato. Yeah, 3 years ago today, I signed the affiliate agreement with Twitch. After a year of not signing it, because I'm a multi-streamer, so I wouldn't do it until they allowed me to do it.
I cannot carry anymore.
But appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, will the Vessel of Hatred, I mean, I understand what you're saying, though, with that question, though, Croco. I do, Croco Loco. I get it, but I think people are going to hate parts of every game. There's parts that you hate, and there's parts you like. Like, I love Path of Exile, but there's parts that I absolutely can't stand. Last Epoch, I really enjoyed it. SEMA. But I won't play it again because I don't like the fact that they lock their end content, one aspect of their end game content, behind dungeons, which, if you've ever played Last Epoch, which, you know, I can tell you that at the time I played, they only had 2 dungeons and they were terrible. I hated them. But a lot of people liked them. I hated them. They were just the most mindless, dumbest things I'd ever done in my life. I was just like, why? Oh, okay. Hang on. Be right back, guys. Let me go back to town and grab some more stones. I got them. Be right back. Hang tight. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. the best way to to farm mats, boss mats in this game is to not farm boss mats. So what you should be doing is you should be running the highest level Infernal Horde that you can run consistently without dying. You can't be dying all the time. That just makes it inefficient. If you can do, which normally, I mean, you should be able to do them in like 8 minutes, but let's say it takes you 10 minutes each time. That means you're going to run 6 of them in an hour. Or let's say you even take a break and you only run 5 of them an hour, because you're going to want to take a break because it's a grind and you're going to want to pound your head on the wall for a little while in between each one. But anyway, let's say you do 5 an hour. And let's say you do that for 2 hours. Okay? See that 38 billion gold right there on my screen? That's how you get there. And once you get into the billions of gold, which you will very, very, very quickly, if all you do is cash your ethers in for gold, for the gold chest, that's the only thing you open. And if you do that, you're going to have billions of gold. Your time was used efficiently because you farmed for one item only instead of multiple mats. And then guess what? You can go buy all the mats you want on trade. And really, if you think about it hard, all you really want to buy, which is a good price because it's easy to farm, is Living Steel and Malignant Heart. If you farm those two, if you buy those two on the trade channel, which both are fairly good price, Malignant Heart's a little more expensive. But now you come here and you run, you run Durrell, you run Grigori with the Living Steel, and you run Barsan with the Malignant Hearts, and it gives you the mats to run Durrell. So you just were able to do 3 bosses by only buying 2 mats. Now, if you want to buy Exquisite Blood for Lord Zir or, Distilled Fear, you can. I do all the time, but it's expensive. But that's why I've got billions of gold. So yeah, don't listen to anybody. I mean, really, I'm being honest. Don't listen to anybody that's telling you where to go farm mats. There's only one mat you should be farming, and that's gold. And you should be farming it at Infernal Horde. And boom, look how efficient your farming just became. You're farming for one item that will then buy you all the other items that you need. And if you really want an item, like was just posted here on Twitch, you go to IGGM.com and you can buy 2,000 mats for $2. Well, that's real money. That's not game gold like I use, but still, I mean, $2 for 2,000 mats. The most expensive pieces that I buy is Stygian Stones and Exquisite Blood. Both of them are outrageous. But I don't care because it's game gold. And I can't take it with me into the next season. You have to use it. It's use it or lose it. So I'm going to use it. I hope you guys are getting mythics. I hope. Yeah, 1 week away, and the what do you mean Thursday you're gonna have the DLC? What are you talking about, homie? You get it early because of pre-release purchase like I did too? I didn't know that, if that's true, if that's the case. Oh, I got you. You're gonna buy it. I was like, wait a minute. How are you getting it early? A week on Thursday. I was like, so what did I do wrong? Yeah, I'm just looking for a change, honestly. Just got the Starless. All right, awesome. Perfect. People are getting some stuff. People are getting stuff. That's why we're here. All right, ready? Here we go. It's been awesome. I mean, I'm seeing everybody get gear. Sir Pounce, I don't know. Did you get anything yet? I hope. You may not be able to hear me.
I must wait.
I know Ventress has. I'm hoping Sir Pounce has too. I don't know. I don't think he can hear me probably. It makes sense because I'm not on game chat because I have, oh, you are Sir Pounce. Climax is Sir Pounce. Okay, so you got the Starless. So who's the other one? I know Vestress did. Let me see. Oath. Did you? I think you did. Did you get any mythics yet? I hope. I hope. Now remember, these mythics can be used by your alts too. They're account bound. So any of your alts on your account can also use the same pieces or other pieces that you get dropped here. For some reason, I think Oath is geared good because if I remember right, I could have swore me and you ran together before. So good. I think you're already wearing mythics. And if you need them, I'm hoping you're getting them. All right, here we go. He has gotten them. So everybody so far already has gotten them in this group. That is so great. Now, let's make it multiples, all right? Awesome.
I must wait.
Okay, he's gonna come up. The only thing you want to remember if you're ever running this and you're trying to carry people that are below level 100, you always want to preach to them that when he goes underground, before he pops up, you want them to get on against a wall, hug a wall, because this stuff popping up will kill a lot of people that are under leveled. If you're trying to carry them through this run, that's probably the best thing you could tell them. Got a rogue, we got 2 druids. We got us. Sir Pounce, you're it looks like you're are you a sorcerer? I didn't pay attention. I should have.
The forge is ready for whatever you need. Don't ruin all that work.
Yeah, you are. Okay. I'm just going by this little headpiece I see on your character and your profile there on the left-hand end of my screen. And I'm like, I think he's a sorcerer. It's a good group. It's been a pretty solid group. I'm going to tell you right now, you guys are all going to be even better once you get all the right mythic gear and everything. But also, one thing I tell people all the time, and they don't listen until later, they get me and tell me you created a spear source, is your glyphs have to be 21, people. You have to take the dreaded amount of time it takes to go grind those glyphs out in Nightmare Dungeons and get them leveled to 21. You will come back to me and say, oh my gosh, Maid, you were right. It's a big difference. And it is. It's not just one difference. It's going to be a huge difference for your entire character, you'll see. And then, after you start masterworking and getting geared up, you got to remember to go back and revisit your Paragon board. Because, like, for example, if you're wearing Tyrell's Might, there is no reason you should have any points in your Paragon board towards resistance. 0. And as you slowly get your gear all to where it needs to be, go in there and remove those potion healing points and in some cases armor points, in a lot of cases actually, and in some very, very rare cases, oh shit, I just went right back in there. Some very, very rare cases, you're going to want to get rid of some of those life points and move those towards damage or critical strike or trap damage or whatever your build may benefit from. You know, because that's the one thing that cookie cutter, I'll say this, I usually create my own builds, but this season we used all cookie cutter builds. And the one thing that I noticed that they're lacking is they don't tell people to go back and revisit their Paragon board as this numbers change. Like, see, I'm over armor, but I've already taken all armor out of my Paragon. I've done everything I can to get rid of it. You know, my resistances, I've already taken all the resistances out of my Paragon boards as I can. They forget to tell you that, and it makes a big difference. It really does. If you can go steal, let's say 9 points, and go start searching your board for where you can use those 9 points. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate that. You'll benefit from it. Trust me. It's time well spent. It ain't gonna take you long. There's a keyword search area inside your Paragon board. Console, I think it's the Y or the triangle, and on the PC, it's just right there. You can search by resistances. You can search by armor. You can search by potion. Thank you for the follow, Alexander. And you'll see that you can get rid of those points and use them for something else now. Once you start leveling up, you got to revisit. A lot of people forget that part.
The forge is always hot.
It's always hot. And then what I do is I get back online outside of the stream, and I go and I buy a bunch more mats for what I plan on my days for runs here for you guys. And I buy those mats, and then we come back tomorrow and we do it again. And we do it again, and we do it again, and we're slowly leveling up a lot of freaking people, man. It's been incredible because I've watched those guys go and run other people through stuff. I love it. That's why we do this. Exactly the reason. One of my followers said it the best the other day. They said the endgame content in Diablo 4 is actually helping other people. And I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? You're kind of right. There's not a whole lot of endgame content in this game. And it sure doesn't take you long to get through it. That's a fact. I do like the part of helping other people has been great. I think the seasons are a little, in my opinion, but again, you know, I'm retired and this is what I do now. But I think the season, in my opinion, is a little bit long, but it's okay because I leave and I go play the new season of Path of Exile and, you know, like Once Human or something else. You know, so I mean, there is that advantage. I can leave. I usually leave for like 3 to 4 weeks, you know, streaming a new game. And then come back for the last 3 weeks like this and just run followers through. I can usually only do this for about 3 weeks before it starts driving me insane.
I can break that down.
Run after run after run, and each time you got to come back to the NPC to get rid of it. It's like, oh my God, please make the pain go away. It gets very monogamous, you know, it's just like monogamous. I don't know why I said that. All right, here we go. Yeah, glyphs need to be 21 to level 21 for sure to really enjoy the damage and the potential of any build. Any build. You know, a lot of people don't do it because they hate it. $6, so there you go. He's saying he's gonna buy 300 stones, 700 hearts, and 1,500 blood for $6 on IGGM. Yeah, that site is incredible, man. I've never used it, but I don't know why I never use it. Well, I haven't used it because I got a lot of game gold that I'm never going to use anyway. But yeah, that is cheap. Wow. Cheap, 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 cheap. I wonder if their prices go up, though, during the season. Like, right at the beginning of the season, are all those prices going to go through the roof? Who knows? I never used it, but that's interesting. It's very cheap, actually. I would say it's way more efficient than even my method. Especially if they're, like you said, they're delivering it within, you know, even if it's within a couple hours, that's fast. That's fast. I mean, it's actually perfect. Down as the season goes along. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, I guess. I suppose as more and more people are farming them or something, they change the pricing. Kind of makes sense. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We're gonna run one more. Let me dump these, and we're gonna run one more run at here at Durrell, and then I'm gonna call it a day. And I'm gonna log, and we'll do this again tomorrow. And hopefully we'll get more people in, and more people get stuff. And if you need more stuff, then again, try to catch me tomorrow if you didn't get everything you needed today. But this is gonna be our last run today. My dog is, I'm here alone, so the boy is gone and the wife is gone and the dog is not happy with me. Happy affiliate, thank you too many. Appreciate that, appreciate it. Just got a Doombringer. Climax did awesome, man. I'm so glad to hear that. The right when we're getting ready to quit too, so that worked out perfect, bro. And again, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back every day this week, you guys, every day. And then I'll try to figure out something for the weekend for those guys that work Monday through Friday. I always try to do something on the weekend. I just never know ahead of time when. It'll be Saturday or Sunday or what time. I always try to post it on the clan information. But if you just have me, as a follow, you'll get a notification when I go live, and then you'll know, oh, run to your computer, get on Diablo. Mage is on, he's running people through. All right, y'all, that is it for me, man. This was so much fun, you guys. I will see you all again tomorrow, and please be safe, be kind, all that good stuff. You're welcome, Climax. Again, catch me again, guys. Catch me again. Goaty, thank you for the follow. I promise to, I try to get as many people through these as I can. So, anyway, that's going to be it for me. Take care.